Now, here's why it's my preference to always choose the 30-year option when selecting mortgages over 15. A lot of people, especially a lot of professionals, would say, hey, always get 15, etc. Well, let's see what the numbers actually say. And I put together, I put it together for my own internal purposes. This is an Excel spreadsheet that it's an amazing tool when it comes to calculating mortgages. So let's take a deep dive. I'm going to show you the mathematical answer as to why I always select the 30-year versus the 15-year option. Now, according to Zillow, as of this morning when I checked, a 30-year rate, let's put it here, currently is at 6.96%. A 15-year rate is at 6.21%. Well, let's see what that would actually look like mathematically in terms of payments. All right, so on let's assume a $300,000 mortgage at 6.96%. Starting in April of 24. That doesn't matter. It's very easy. This is your input values. Now, the payment, interest only, we're not doing any impound accounts for tax and insurance. I'll leave that up to you. But the interest payment here is going to be 1987.85. Okay, so now let's change that to a 15-year loan and change the interest to 6.21%, which is what it says today. Now the payment on that is 2565.73. And the experts will always argue, but you pay it off 15 years faster. However, the difference in the payment amounts, $577 per month. That is your difference that you have to pay additional on the 15-year. Well, what I always recommend is you take the 30-year and let's say you have the money. So let's change this back to 30. Change the rate to 6.96. Oops, not here. 6.96. Now we're at 1987.85. Well, let's assume you do have the money and you put the additional $577.88 per month. You're still, so that gives you savings of $212,650. 51% of the interest is saved. In 14 years, 163 periods, making it extremely similar to the 15 years, which is you kind of force saving account and you're forcing a 15-year loan on a 30-year. Yes, we can argue over the few months difference over the course of the loan, but it's not, you're still saving 51% of the interest. So why I always recommend it is for cash flow purposes. In case you have a different month, especially when you're structuring income producing properties and you have a lot of them, this $577.88 can make a huge difference. Now, it may not make a huge difference for 1, 2, or 3 properties, but imagine having dozens or over 100 properties that you're structuring debt and leverage. This 577 will have a huge impact. And in case you have fluctuations in real estate, unforeseen happens all the time where you have to pay for repairs, roofs. My point is cash flow fluctuates. For that reason, is a protection buffer. I always select the 30-year. And if I have the extra money, you can throw it in as extra payments, because all you have to do is if you throw in 625, you just saved yourself, or 650, you just saved yourself the 15 years. You're going to be right there. So with that in mind, I always select the 30-year, have the ability to have additional cash flow if you need it. You always structure it when you don't need the money, because it's going to be a lot harder for you to refinance. It's very expensive if you needed that little bit of cushion on that. And now this Excel I'm actually going to give it away for free if you want it. I'm not even going to hide the formulas. It's pretty simple. It even gives you the full amortization table on the corresponding loan right here. So he goes through the whole thing, all the formulas there, principal, interest. And as you know, interest is always front loaded. So in the beginning payments, you always pay the most interest and the least amount of principal, and then it reverses towards the end of the loan. And the reason they do it is because a lot of people like to refinance over and over again. So you're paying the worst part of the interest all the time, and then you keep refinancing. Is just the game that they play. So I'm going to put this in the comments. You can just click it. It's free. I think it's extremely useful when I'm penciling out deals, especially on the debt structuring. So I hope you enjoy it.